We will visit this old and abandoned manufacturing complex that was once again a place I discovered by chance while driving around here for a day. Stay and see. Here we have this long road that separates the two sections of the factories. On one side we have these big trees, giving an interesting presence in the image. Strange that trees are more on the one side of the road and on the other side have no trees. Or maybe they could put the trees in the center to split the road in two. Or have there been trees on the other side as well? Anyway, I find the presence of these trees in front of the gate strange. But the larger gates are on the opposite side. It's me rumbling. This configuration is still strange and I don't understand what was manufactured here or what was done in this place. The roofs are gone. An air conditioner box still on the wall. It clashes with the rest of the construction. What goes where, so many small chimneys on the same roof? Inside I see rusty gears. Nature takes over the place. Gears inside what appears to be tanks. Does this have to do with wine? A very old style door. There are two hand-painted dates there, 1987 and 1992. On this side the doors are lower and in greater quantity, and with windows. I have no idea how useful this shed is here. And here a large shed taking up the two structures. One more open door. Let's see what's here. A wide deep ditch in the middle. What will it be for? A church, and apparently is not abandoned. Birds made one last use of the chimney. bell, and there's the rope. You can still ring the little bell. And at the top a small weather vane. There are still roofs in some parts, asbestos roofs. Perhaps the absence of roofs in other parts may have been deliberately removed because they were made of asbestos, but they still haven't removed everything. On this side fell all the same, and it was a tile roof, not asbestos. Let's take a closer look. Here a lot was produced from what I see, many things. Around there are houses that are inhabited. More ruins. Later I researched about this place.
The fall of the empire. It was one of the most important properties in the country. It had a primary school, chapel, stables, hospital, wineries and a recreational society. The estate failed to renew itself and is now facing bankruptcy proceedings. The empire fell as agriculture lost ground on the 5,200 hectares of land that once had the largest continuous vineyard in the world. 35 of the current employees are still afraid of losing their homes inside the estate, where they have lived all their lives, as do 55 other families of former workers who continue to live there. The handing over of the houses is part of the employment contract, the primary school that closed 16 years ago. It's a closed building where degradation is advancing, but which came to house more than 60 children in the golden years of the 50s to 70s. The ruin scenario that crosses most of the buildings, which made up one of the largest farms in the country, pointed out as a symbol in the second half of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century, in which the most modern techniques of organization and production were introduced agricultural, between vines and cork oak forests, with the draft of cork continuing to be one of the main references of the house, where there is also a place for the production of rice, autochthonous cattle and Lusitano and Anglo-Luso-Arab horses of great aptitude for equestrian activities. The famous palace maintains the magnificence of other times, after its management was separated from the agricultural society, being open to tourist accommodation. But almost everything around is abandoned. The cellar fell, the sawmill fell. The rice dryer and the shelling houses also collapsed, as did the headquarters of the sports group. The bakery closed its doors and for years the estate has been served with bread from a nearby land. Maternity hospital and the hospital that used to be here, becoming a medical post before it was closed up, the then largest vineyard in the world, attracted seasonal workers from all over the country in the harvest campaign. The company already accumulates more than €100 million in debt. Since 2010, the exploration of wine has once again been the main focus of the agricultural society, alongside the recovery of the stud farm, in the hope that tourism would arrive in force. But for a year and a half, the problems denounced in recent times have worsened. The city council is calling for a recovery plan, according to the councillor, which provides legal support to workers in conjunction with the lawyers already involved in the process. The mayor says that the municipality is concerned with the future of its employees, but above all with the right to housing for those who live there. This has to be safeguarded. These people were born there and their parents and grandparents were there before them. They can't be homeless.
After having visited this place, I researched what it was about, and in fact it was a homestead of great importance to the country. To preserve the anonymity of the place a bit, I didn't mention names or locations. Here is this record for mere curiosity. Subscribe to this channel, leave a like and comment. Thank you for watching.